Hello everyone, it's Jennifer McGuire and I'm back with more of my favorite crafty things. In this video I'm going to focus on cardstock, my favorite types of cardstock for card making and stamping. Now I use all different kinds of papers, but for cardstocks there's certain ones that have really good quality that I reach for the most. Recently I got rid of all of my white cardstock except for a couple brands, and most of what I use is the Neenah white cardstock. I bought a ream and I just go through that for everything. This cardstock is by far my favorite. It's 80 pounds and it is smooth as can be. It is perfect for stamping. It's perfect for using with your Copic markers. It won't bleed. And also it's really good for all kinds of inks. It just takes ink very well. And since it's perfectly smooth, you'll always get a good stamped image. I'll make card bases out of this. I'll stamp on this. I'll ink on this. I'll do all my techniques on this. So I use this for absolutely everything, pretty much everything. I'll explain that in a minute. It's also great for distress ink. So you can see how nicely it takes distress ink with an ink applicator. So this is available in 25 sheet packs or in a ream with 250 sheets. And I usually just get the reams because I know I'll be using it quite a bit. I really can't recommend this paper enough. Now there is another white cardstock that I keep on hand, just a little. I keep it separate from the other so I don't get it mixed up. And it's the Simon Says Stamp Ultra Thick White Cardstock. Now this is very heavyweight. It's 120 pound, and it's great to make a base of a card out of because you can put lots of embellishments on it and it'll stay nice and strong. You can see it's a little bit different. It's a little warmer white than the other, and it is super smooth, almost like a slick look. So it takes ink a little bit differently. It takes stamped images beautifully. You can see it doesn't take on as much of the distress ink when you rub it on there. So it's like a softer look there, which is just as beautiful. It's just different. Now this heavyweight cardstock is great for using with Copics when you're doing a one-layer card. So you can color really heavy with your Copics on the front of the card, and it doesn't bleed through to the other side. At least it doesn't when I do it. Copics are intended to bleed through paper, but this one's so thick that it doesn't. So it's a good option to have on hand for certain cases. Now another paper that I highly recommend is the Simon Says Stamp watercolor paper. Now this watercolor paper is fantastic. I've tried many and this is by far my favorite. One side's pretty smooth, the other side's got a little texture, so you have the two options. I just die cut a piece here. And it just takes watercolor very nicely, and it's great for techniques that use lots of color, lots of water. So it's great for using with distress inks or distress stains when you use water. Here I'm just using some Inktense pencils, which I'll share on another day, and some water to show you how nicely it takes color. It's 140 pounds, so it's nice and heavy. And this is the one that I found after searching forever, and Simon Says Stamp sells it. So I'll link to it on my blog. And you can see it just is beautiful, the color that it takes on. So I highly recommend, if you're going to do anything with water, to use the Simon Says Stamp watercolor paper. It's just gorgeous. In addition to my white cardstocks, I find myself reaching for craft cardstocks quite often. One that I like is the Neenah Desert Storm cardstock. It's 80 pound and it's smooth as can be. It's perfect for stamping and for coloring and for card making. You can see it here, it's a lighter craft color. So it's not as intense, very subtle. It's a great neutral color that works with any style of card. Now sometimes I want a craft color, but I want it to be darker, a little more intense, and I reach for Hero Art's Craft Cardstock. This is great craft color. It's kind of like a paper bag color. It's got lots of the little irregularities in the paper that make it fantastic. That's intended to be there. So it's a little bit darker. You can see here that's the Desert Storm on the right and the Hero Arts on the left, and I use this often. They sell it in note cards and matching envelopes or by the sheets. So this one here, I just stamped on it with black ink and colored it real heavy with colored pencils. So you can see how intense you can get against that craft cardstock. I probably use the Hero Arts Craft a little bit more. Now, of course, we need some color in our life. So there are two different colored cardstocks that I reach for the most. The first is Basil Card Shop. Now this is a newer product from them, and it is cardstock that's perfect for card making. It is 100 pounds, so it's nice and heavyweight. It's perfect for card bases, and it's perfectly smooth, making it great for stamping and for inking. You can see all the beautiful colors that it comes in here. This is their Rainbow Variety Pack. It has 28 different colors in it, and they're really great colors, nice and bright. And if you like a certain color, you can always go and buy a smaller individual pack of that color too. But I'm finding that I like all the colors, so this rainbow pack works really well for me. Now before I dive into the other colored cardstock I like, I wanted to mention black and gray because those are two other neutral colors that I like to use. One of them is Basil Licorice Twist, which is the black, and the other is my favorite thing, Steel Gray. Let me show them both to you here. I think it's good to have these on hand. This black Licorice Twist Basil cardstock is from that card shop collection that I showed you before, and you can buy it in individual packs. And this is the Steel Gray from My Favorite Things. It's just a dark gray, and I love it. Their cardstocks are quite nice too, and so I think these two are good to have on hand for card making because I think black and gray are always good staples. Now the other colored paper that I use often is the Hero Arts Hero Hues cards and envelopes. Almost all of my cards are made from these Hero Hues note cards. I think they're high quality, gorgeous colors, and I like that they're white on the inside, which makes it perfect for writing a message on the inside. Now these come in a variety of colors, a bunch of different variety packs, so you have lots of options as to what you can get. This is the Pool Variety Pack, which I just love and I use quite often. And these take stamping quite well also. If you prefer to have bigger sheets, like 8.5 by 11 sheets, they also sell layering papers in all of these colors too. And the best part is that Hero Arts has all of these colors in matching envelopes. And I love their envelopes because they've got this fun little decorative flap, so you can always have the perfect match envelope for your note cards. 99% of the cards that I send out go in these envelopes because they're really high quality and awfully cute. If you have any more questions about my favorite papers, please visit my blog at jennifermcguireinc.com. Thanks for watching.